Hello and welcome to Factorio. I'm Avon and I'm going to do a vanilla playthrough, but I'm also going to do 4 achievements. These will make the game a bit more difficult, but hopefully more fun and entertaining to watch as well. The Lazy Bastard achievement, which means you can only handcraft up to 111 items. Logistic Networks embargo, no provider or requester chests. Raining bullets, which means I can't build laser turrets, and steam all the way, which means I can't build solar panels. I am also going to play the game on the default settings. I'm going to generate a map and I'm going to play that map. Now, the beginning of a Lazy Bastard achievement is really slow because you basically only have one miner and one stone furnace to gather everything you need. So what I'm going to do while I gather around 150 iron, 50 copper and 100 coal, I am going to speed up the video. While it's sped up, I might run around chopping down some trees just to make it a bit faster for me, so I don't just have to sit there and watch the miner do its thing. That's what you're going to see there. So I'll see you when I have the resources. The reason we are stockpiling like this is that we are going to use the initial furnace and craft it into a boiler to make electricity to save a craft. So with this way of doing stuff, we are going to get the least amount of crafts needed in the game. We need a total of 106 crafts, and 104 of them are going to be to get the first assembling machine. Because of all the crafts in between, that's going to quickly add up. And then there is one craft to craft an assembling machine 2, because you can't make those in an assembling machine 1, so you need an initial handcraft there. And you need one additional handcraft to make your first oil refinery. This playthrough is going to be half tutorial, I guess. I'll explain stuff as I go along, but there's also going to be a big part where I problem solve, basically. I haven't done these achievements before, so I am not sure how to do everything. There is no plan, and it might get a bit messy. I'm not opposed to making spaghetti either, so I'm really sorry about that for people who do not like that at all. Looks like we're getting there now. We have coal, we have iron, and we have copper. So I'm just going to clean up here, and then I'm going to save the game just in case I do a mistake, and then we'll start the crafting. Okay. Now, what we need electricity and a lab. So, one lab, one offshore pump, one steam engine, one boiler, which we see 8, the forge, and then we are going to need 10 science pack 1s, because we need the automation research. I'm going to make it all up here by the iron, because that's probably where it's easiest to start out. This building is just temporary though. I will tear everything down afterwards to build it properly, but for now it's going to be fine. We also need one small electric pole to give electricity to the lab. Nice, we're doing science now. This is a good start. There does seem to be a severe lack of iron ore here, so we probably have to expand quite fast or belt in something. One of the things we're going to build as soon as we get an assembler 2 is going to be a radar, but we can't build that in the assembler 1 because that one only takes 2 ingredients, 1 crafting. Hopefully we won't get overrun with biters, but I do not think that's going to be a problem because we aren't doing much pollution either when not expanding very fast. As you can see, the crafting we did now to get electricity and 10 science packs, we're already up to 90 crafts. Automation is getting done now. There we go. And then we make 1 assembling machine. As you see, every one of these crafts counts. So 104 for the assembling machine, that's correct. So we have done everything correctly so far. What we want now is to be able to get more drills, but we can't do that before we get assembler 2. And to get assembler 2 we need a lot more science packs. Now then, we should have enough research to finish automation 2. Make the assembler finally. Yes, there we go. To build it we are going to need a couple of gears and a couple of green circuits as well. There we go. And we're going to pick up the old assembly machine to use it in the craft. There we go. We have a blue machine and 105 crafts. That's good. It's time to start now. Now let's see. We are going to need a few more wheels first. I am going to start off by making a few more drills This is really going to help with the production of iron and copper, and coal at the beginning is important as well. Half of them in there to make gear, and put these down here. They will feed into each other, so they will fuel and work as a chest basically for coal. Now then, I should make a few more assemblers now that I can. That's nice, that's 2 more. Now, gears again. I have 8. We are definitely going to need more iron, so I'm going to start there. Start by placing them, moving this one so it looks a little bit better and it's faster to gather it all. A lot of stuff is going to be done by hand at the beginning. It's slow to gather right now as well, because I haven't built the pickaxe yet. I think I'm going to build one now. For that we need the stick, 2 of them. 1, 10, that's enough for 5 pickaxes, or iron axes. There we go. Then I'm going to keep making the gears. I'm also going to have to look for more stone now. Looks like. Let's see. I think there were some stone down at the copper. So after making one more burner, I'll go down there and place it and mine it that as well. There we go. We still have 1 furnace, that's nice. Bringing the coal so we can start the copper production down here. Now, what we're going to do is try to escalate into smelting arrays, but that's going to take some time. First of all, we are going to need belts for that, and a lot of the furnaces, and a lot of inserters, which is going to take some time. I'm going to build more burner drills to put on iron at least, and maybe 1 or 2 more on coal, yes, and on copper as well if needed. Now then, let's make these into gear. And use our last furnace for a drill. Oh, we don't have one. I need to make more of that. There we go. I'm not sure how far we have to get into the game to get a new iron field. That's going to be exciting. Depends on biters and all the bad stuff. Copper cables. We should really put down the other machines for this. Right, I'm going to make a temporary belt array here. 1 cable, gear I mean, and 1 for belts. Also going to make the power poles to get there. Should be enough for the start. Go. We have belts making now. Need to hand feed it all because we don't have inserters yet, but it'll come. Just going to finish off this wood while getting copper. Go. Now I will make more mining drills as well. I think we need to speed up the iron and coal and copper production on the way. We also need to get a setup up at the stone, because we need a lot of furnaces for the smelting columns. So when I have enough electric poles for that, I'm going to do that as soon as possible. I'm going to check if I have enough now actually. It is a bit far away though. Oh, tiny field down here we can use instead. That's nice. Should possibly have gotten copper from this side as well. Oh well. Go. Now let's see. 1 for circuits. We have a few belts. We have the going to make this into a bigger circle. There we go. That should help a lot on the coal production. And I'm going to place 1 more machine down here at the copper to make sure we get enough. Now let's see. We are going to need a few inserters as well in the beginning. That looks very nice. We got 8 of them. And we need more cable. After we get a few more circuits now, I'm going to make small arrays for basically everything. Like 1 for green circuits and 1 for belts. This one is semi-automatic, I guess. As long as the furnaces have power, it should be fine. those are made. Using some of the wood to make chests as well. Need some buffer at the beginning. And the drill, this is for the stone to make it into furnaces. Need a few more of those. Three should be fine at the start. The reason I didn't hook up the belts now is that gear is kind of needed. In the beginning it seems to be all about getting those green circuits and the gears, because they are used in almost any other recipe. So there will be a bit of back and forth to get those, and I will set up a race for them as well. Semi-automatic, I guess, at the beginning. Now we have an assembling machine and we have the electric mining drill, so I am going to put this one to create copper cables while I go down and set up the furnace production down at the stone. I'm just going to make the power drill feed directly into the assembler. It's a nice way of setting up temporary production. It's going to fill up with 50 of them, that's a full stack. So I'll just go down in a bit and pick those up. There we go, we have more production for crane chips now. Stealing some of the iron plate from over here. We seem to be fine on gears now, so I'll start the transport belt assembly again. We seem to be fine on coal as well. That's nice. I don't think we have enough power poles to get down here yet, but we should have enough wood to make them. Setting up more copper cables. Yeah, it's all about the green circuits and gears at the beginning to make anything. And once you have enough of those, you can make so much stuff. So I'm going to try to automate it basically. It looks like I might actually have to chop down more trees. Let's see how far we get and how many we need. No, we seem to be fine. I always think these starting ones never get you anywhere, but we seem to be doing well actually. I'm going to set up one machine down here that turns all the copper into cables. Need more inserters though, but we do have the electronic circuits, the green ones. That should be quite easy. Let's see, inserters. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of those now, and we are getting some belts as well. Good, good. 14, that's nice. Just going down to make the chest down there. Actually, I don't like this. I am going to make it all up where I'm crafting, and I'm going to try to belt it up soon. That way we can just go pick up the copper and feed it to the array. So we need copper into cables, and cables and iron plate into greens. There we go. That's the input, so that's for iron, and this one is for copper. And we have green circuits being made now. That is basically what we need in the beginning. I'm going to make the radar now. Kind of forgot. It's going to be nice to have it scouting for us. Let's see. Go. Go. Should also soon be setting up power properly. That's going to help out a lot. I haven't decided where to put the bus yet, but I think I'm going to go south from here. That way we can catch up with the oil on the left there, and there aren't many cliffs that stops it, so it might be a very smooth way of building. Let's see. That's a little bit off though. No point making a bus yet without any resources. So far we seem to be lacking iron, so I'm just going to place down these last few forages here to get some extra. Go. We aren't using a lot of electricity. That's good, I guess. We don't have to think about making more yet. We do have a few drills, and the forge maker has made a full stack. I'm going to go down there and pick it up so we can have it keep creating those. That's nice. And the arrays I'm going to make for smelting is going to be use 48 of them. So I think I'm going to place them out where the smelter is going to be, while the iron is being dug up. I forgot to count. 22. That's 24. And in between there is going to be a belt. Just putting them up so I don't do anything wrong here now. Go. Going to need a lot of inserters for this though, so it's going to take a while before it's complete, but with the automatic production we have going here with transport belts and cables, it shouldn't take too long. It'll be fine. The most important part in the beginning is to get iron into the forges, because then we can pick them up ourselves from them when we need. I'm going to need to chop down trees. I noticed before that I have been burning all my wood in the boiler to make electricity. I'm just going to get a few of them on my way down to the copper. Those are out of power, so getting some coal on the way as well. There we go. Should be enough for quite some time. Now, do we have a forest here? We do not. It was a strange place to start this. It's a desert, which is not good for pollution, and not a lot of trees either, which will probably make biters a bit of an issue. Let's hope not. But I guess it will be fine. We'll live. It's just going to be a sink on the iron at the beginning, because making ammo is quite expensive. One magazine is four iron bars. So far we haven't even seen any. I'm not sure how big the starting area is on default, but it seems quite large. And we've been lucky with having oil as well, so I think this playthrough is going to be quite smooth. Now I should make a machine that temporarily makes science packs as well. I have completely forgotten about science. So I'm just going to start that here. Feed the lab. Going with the logistics because it's really nice to have splitters and underground for the smelting array. But I think that's it for this episode. It's a nice start. The whole beginning was horribly slow. It took about an hour, I think, to get automation 2. But now it's starting to catch up, and it's the lazy bastard achievement isn't going to affect us too much from here, so that's good. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching.